Welcome back. Welcome back. Your man Dominic K in here. Of course, the DominiCShow.com, on fire television.com. And I guess we are at the conclusion of a 3-year firestorm of allegations and the such. This is what Jussie Smollett was convicted of. As you can see, 5 of 6 counts, disorderly conduct charges, telling an officer he was a hate crime victim, aka lying, right? And so he got convicted on 5 of 6 charges. And today he had to, what they call, pay the piper. Today was the day that all the lying he had to face up for all of the hoax, for everything that he orchestrated. Today was the day. And so Jussie Smollett, the judge had him pegged correctly. I didn't think that Jussie was going to get any jail time. I didn't. And, I've covered this case extensively over the last 3 years. And today, him being sentenced, the judge was masterful the way he rolled this whole thing out. He gave Jussie Smollett a, dissertation. The judge took his time. He unrolled it. He unwinded it. He did say that he took into account some of the civil rights folks and some of the high ups that asked the judge for mercy for Jussie Smollett. Judge said that he thought about it. I was thinking that he's going in the direction he ain't gonna give him no jail time. That's where I thought this was going. That's where Jussie thought it was going. That's where Jussie's legal team thought it was going, right? That's where they thought it was going. So the way that the judge unrolled this, he announced the probation part first. He said that Smollett was sentenced to 30 years of probation. Jussie is thinking, oh, well, I'm good. I'm cool, right? Oh, but that was not the end of it. Of course, there was $20K, some fine he has to pay. There was the 120 odd that he has to pay in restitution. All that was expected. And the judge said that he thought that Smollett did this not for money, because he was making 200K. I'm sorry, 200K, $2 million a year at this point. So he said he didn't do it for the money. He said that he's a narcissist, right? And that is clear and that is obvious. Jussie wants to be the victim. That is clear and that's obvious. I'm saying that. Now, the judge sentenced the disgraced actor to 150 days. He must spend the first 150 days in the Cook County jail. Oh, yeah. And it starts right now. So sheriffs came over to grab him up because your sentence starts right now. Jussie Smollett was shocked. I was shocked. His attorneys were shocked. Everybody was shocked. Everybody was shocked. So after he gets handed the sentence, Smollett wants to say some things, and he has this outburst. He's an actor, right? But he has this outburst. He's wearing a mask, he's wearing a mask, and he says, "I am not suicidal." And I was like, okay, all right, got you. And then he repeats it again. "I am not suicidal." And I'm like, okay, where is he going with this? Is he speaking to the people in the cheap seats? "I am not suicidal. I am innocent," he says. "I am innocent." Wait. You might not be suicidal, but you definitely are not innocent. What are you talking about, right? He says that he's innocent. The judge lays out the rehearsal, okay? This came out during the trial, but Jussie Smollett and these guys, they did rehearsals, right? They planned this. Jussie Smollett used these guys because they thought that he could help them. Like Jussie Smollett has used a lot of people. And the judge talked about this, the good side and the bad side of Jussie Smollett. While he is an activist and he does things with the, different communities, he also has this other side. And so Smollett, in his new attempt to play the victim, he says, "If anything happens to me when I go in there, I didn't do it to myself." Okay. Here's the thing. Now he's talking about, he's trying to paint this picture like somebody's going to try to take him out. And they're going to try to take out Jussie Smollett, right? Jussie Smollett he got goods on people and they're going to try to take him out. He got a Rolodex with some names in it and people got to take out Jussie. No. But he keeps saying it. "I'm not suicidal." And he says to the judge, "I respect your decision," and all that kind of stuff, "but I am not suicidal. I did not," okay, right, you're innocent, okay. And he's still going through with the charade. Empire is over. Why are you still acting, Jussie? What is really going on with you? The special prosecutor did not recommend a specific term, jail time. He did say that Smollett's serious criminal conduct surrounding the case, coupled with his decision to take the witness stand and lie to a Cook County jury, meant that prison time is warranted. The judge said this, if you just committed this, did this hoax or whatever, you wouldn't be here, the judge said. The judge told Jussie that he was there because he lied to the police. Mr. Smollett made that choice that he could deceive the jury, and he went on the stand and lied to them about so many different things. It was a ridiculous story. And it was. It is. The whole thing 3 years ago was ridiculous. 2 years ago was ridiculous. 1 year ago was ridiculous. And it's still ridiculous to this day. Had it not been for COVID, we would have already been here, and Jussie would have already been in jail and been home. Right? This was an attack that he orchestrated in 2019. Here's the thing. During the attack, I don't know if many people know this, during the orchestrated attack, right? So the attack happened to Jussie's production. They neglected to, forgot to, didn't get around to putting the noose on his neck. Jussie put the noose around his own neck, okay? Jussie noosed himself, right? Really, really crazy. The thing about it is that Smollett has never apologized. He's never owned up to this, okay? He's like that kid that keeps lying. His hands in the cookie jar. "I didn't do it." Like, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Crumbs on your face. "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." You did it, Jussie. You did it. Just admit it. Smollett never has apologized for the impact that this crime has had on the city of Chicago. Never apologized for the impact that this crime has had on the LGBT community. Never apologized for the impact that's happened or that the impact that his crime has had on the Black community. Never apologized for the impact that his crime has had on the white community. Never has apologized for the impact that his crime has had on the MAGA community and all that kind of stuff. Like all these groups that have been somewhat affected by this. Now, what I worry about the most is people who are the victims of real hate crimes. Hopefully, they are believed, despite this disgraced actor's attempt at fame. Now, he wanted fame. Everybody knows him now. The judge brought this up. Jussie Smollett's name is now synonymous with lying. Like, you hit a Jussie when you lying about something, and coming up with a whole production, a hoax. Smollett never apologized for that. Real victims of real hate crimes who have trouble getting police to believe them. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. In addition to the prison term, the judge ordered Jussie Smollett to pay $130K to the city to cover police overtime it took to investigate this false claim. And he has to serve a significant amount of time doing community service. He's going to make that a whole production, right? Now, when he finally got through saying how he's not suicidal, he raised his fist in the air like he's a political prisoner and he's doing this for the movement. So he's going to go in jail, and he's going to come out in 150 days, and he is still going to be the same victim lying. He's never going to fess up to this, just so you know. If he is lucky enough to be alive when he's a senior citizen, he's still going to be saying, well, I never did it. I didn't do it. You're lying, Jussie. And here's the thing. Everybody knows it. Even his family knows it. Even the Reverend Jesse Jackson, who was in support and asked the judge for a lenient sentence or mercy for Jussie Smollett, he knows it. He knows it. Jussie animated. Is his career over? I don't know. They wanted leniency. They said that he had suffered enough from the intense negative publicity and damage to his reputation for the last 3 years. All of this stuff is self-inflicted. Jussie did this to Jussie. The prosecution's proposed sentence is overkill, and it's all punitive, right? It's not justice, it's retribution, Jussie's attorneys were saying. And Jussie's team, they tried it. They say, hey, Judge, can you reconsider? Can you think about it? Try again, please, no jail time. Sustained. No. Judge says, no. He's going to jail. Bring your Bama tail up here. Oh, yeah. Now, given the pandemic, because Jussie has his mask on, so he's going to play that card. So given the pandemic, they said that the jail sentence could be a death sentence. Oh man, these people enable Jussie. They enable Jussie. They say, we send Mr. Smollett. He dies of COVID. And for what? A low-level class 4 offense? Jussie, you did this. You did it. right? You orchestrated all this. Now you're trying to play the victim. Now you're trying to play the victim. The arguments in this whole case, the media firestorm, all of this is what Jussie wanted. He wanted fame. Now you have infamy. But this clearly is what you wanted. Smollett, of course, found guilty in December of 5 of the 6 counts of the 2019 hate crime. Smollett's family members and supporters crowded into 2 rows in the gallery. 2 rows. Prosecutors read portions of a letter from the Chicago police, David Brown, and an attorney from the city's law department, noting the tremendous chilling effect that false hate crime reports have on real victims. Real victims, which Jussie Smollett is not. The city wants wanted the sentence to include more than $130K in restitution. They did get that. Jussie Smollett's grandmother, Molly Smollett, took the stand and described Smollett as a justice warrior with a generous spirit. Of course, my grandmother, both of my grandmothers, God rest their souls, would probably say the same thing about me. Right? Probably say the same thing. Most grandmothers would say that about their grandkids. And so while Miss Molly Smollett is speaking from her heart, we can't, we gotta listen to her, respect her and all that, but this is his grandmother, right? And she's 92 years old. Jussie Smollett sentenced 150 days in the county jail, and that started immediately. Immediately, judge giving him jail time. It's unfortunate that this happened to him, but it happened, and he put himself in the situation. He put himself in this situation because of his crimes. And I have no sympathy for him in that regard. He made this happen. And yes, when we are introduced into the criminal justice system, it can go a lot of different ways. And a lot of times it doesn't go in our, favor. Talking about Black people, minorities, right? He's of mixed race. But my thing is this: he is the one who did this crime. No one else is to blame but Jussie Smollett. Definitely want to find out folks' comments. Let's see. All right. Today. Now, Frank says that he didn't either. And I guess he's talking about, I didn't think he was going to get jail time. Frank didn't think he was going to get jail time. It was definitely a surprise to me. Brian Lawrence says, knew it was going to be a smack on the hand, got off way too easy. Look, here's the thing, Brian. Jussie is going to do his time like he did 15 years. This 150 days is going to be real hectic for this disgraced actor. Frank says that he's quite shocked that he did. I am too. I didn't think that it was going to happen. It's been so dragged out. I don't know. Brian says that 140K is nothing to him unless career is ruined. Hope that it is. I don't know if it's nothing to him because he's had to pay for this legal team. I don't know if you saw the sentencing, but he had a whole gang of folks over there with him. He's spending a lot of money, and I don't know how much he's actually pulling in right now. So it may not be that much, but he's going to feel it for it. He's going to be feeling it. He's going to be feeling it. Frank says, how rehearsed did his suicide rant look? I'm glad you said that. It did. It definitely looked like that because he's hinting to Jussie Smollett, hinting to, Epstein and folks like that who've died in jail, different folks that have died in police custody, and something happened to them. It is rumored that something happened to him. So Jussie thinks that he wants us to believe that. I don't know. I think that Jussie's actually a talented guy and a talented musician, talented actor. This is very unfortunate. Paul Johnson, I was surprised. He said probation, then hit him with 150 days. I feel you, Paul. I was surprised as well. The way that the judge rolled it out, it was like he saved a sentence for last. And when he started off with that probation, I thought, okay, Smollett's good. He's in good shape. I don't know. Very surprised. He's an actor after all. Brian says, absolutely. He is definitely an actor. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show. Of course, On Fire Television. Get you a couple more before we get out of here. Paul Johnson says that he also said he got the Vaseline. I don't know what you're talking about. When did he say that? Did he say that? What are you saying? You're saying he wants to go to jail? You're saying he's prepared for jail? I don't know about that. Paul, easy. Paul says it was all about Trump being president. And so, yes, this attack was staged during President Trump being in office, and the MAGA crowd, the red hat, that whole thing. I don't think that he did this because Trump was president, if that's what you mean. But MAGA country, you remember that whole debacle that he did. And Stockton says it's sad what he did. Absolutely, I agree. It is sad. It is sad. And she said that he is not going to tell the truth. He's definitely not telling the truth right now. 3 years later, he's not telling the truth. All the evidence laid out. Smollett is still holding on to this. But you never know. He might go to jail, and he might get himself together. Is he going to find religion in jail? Is he going to come back a Muslim? Is he going to come back with tats? Is he going to get teardrop tattoos? I hope that he doesn't do any of that stuff. I just hope that he just keeps his head down, does his time, comes out, apologizes, asks for forgiveness, and stays out of trouble. That's what I hope happens. Let me see what else we got here. I'm Rick. And they got their avatar is of Ric Flair, the greatest wrestler of all time. I thought he would get between 30 and 60 days. He would have loved to have gotten that, but he's got much more than that. Much more than that. Definitely, as I said in the comment section, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, of course, thediamondkshow.com, onfiretelevision.com. Anywhere you get your podcast, just search The Diamond K Show, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, of course, the WRF Radio app, thediamondkshow.com, onfiretelevision.com, youtube.com/DJ Diamond K. I will see you guys a little bit later. We have a lot of things going on here at On Fire headquarters.